Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of JN Plays Badly. I'm your host, JN. On this episode, we're diving back into the Hunter of World of WarCraft for episode 2 of my Let's Play video series. When we last left off, we had just gotten to the inn in Goldshire, the Lion's Pride, and we're going to turn in the quests and get a move on.
Good day to you.
So there we go. So we're going to turn to Rest Relaxation, and we're going to take... Oh, we actually get both. Never mind.
See you around.
Looking
for something specific?
Technically should.
See you later. How are you?
I'm going to actually
Have
make
a
this
good one.
in my temporary home right now. We're just going to kind of... So over here we've got a guy. He's going to ask... He's going to give us a
How
quest.
are you?
He actually wants us to go and get large candles from the Kobalds and infest the mines around here.
Safe
We
travel.
might as well go do that for him. That's actually fairly easy. One thing we're going to do is we're going to stop here at the mailbox quick on our way out. And we're going to get... Unless I just picked this up. But I'm actually going to get these bags, which I made myself. These are actually going to help us immensely in our adventures here. Because what these are is these are actually 30 slot bags. And these 30 slot bags will give us an incredible amount of room for our items from going forward. So we don't have to worry about running out of room anytime soon here. I'm just going to rearrange stuff. I'm actually going to move this bag out of here and put this one in its place. There we go. So now we have an incredible amount of bags. And we're actually going to do one bag. One of them is going to be for equipment, another is consumables, and then another is trade goods. That way when we clean up the bags, it gives us a little bit more of a organizational kind of touch. Alright, we'll go over here to Marshal Duggan.
Greetings.
And then we have word from McBride for him, so we're gonna get a quest. So he's glad that we've actually been granted acting deputy status, and then he has some other things for us to do.
Be careful. What can I do for you?
Next quest is to go to the Fargo Deep mine, and he wants us to explore it and then return to him.
Light bless
Take
you.
care of that. And then here we go. Remy 2 times.
Good
Over
day
here.
to you.
And he wants us to get gold dust, which is also found on Kobalds. So as
Have
you
a
can
good
see, we're actually going to be hunting quite a few Kobalds. I think I missed one. I think there's one inside here too. Which, yes, Smith Argus here, the blacksmithing trainer.
What can I do for you?
Let's see. He has a quest, a swift message. Okay. So he actually wants. He actually gives us a quest that teaches us about flight
See you
points in the game. So we're actually going to do that because it's a quick back and forth kind of thing. So we're just going to go over here to Bartlett the Brave.
What can I do for you?
Now we leveled up. He has a quest, so we're going to buy a Griffin Ride from the Griffin Master, Bartlett the Brave, and we're going to bring the note to Old Town in Stormwind.
Safe travels. You need something?
So we're going to do that
See you
first.
around.
So flight points are the main, or rather I should say the fastest way to get around until you have a mount of your own. You can quite literally use them just about anywhere. Both your mounts and your flight points, but they take time to unlock both. We'll get enough of that. These are actually some of the mounts you can buy. These are later mounts. I actually have a whole collection, but like I said, I can't use any of them right now. So we're just gonna keep moving along here. There are some quests in Stormwind City themselves. We'll get, since we have to come back this way, though, we'll go where we're going first, and then we'll come back and do those. I think both of them are relatively simple fetch quests, stuff that you just have to do within the city. I'm not 100% sure on that. A lot of NPCs in the town, none that you have to really concern yourself with. One way to find your way around is actually talk to city guards that have this little map icon when you hover over them. They'll actually mark your map so you know where you're going. So we come to limited immunity, we talk to the heavy
I
armor
supply
mercenary,
only the finest goods.
who we give the note to. Alright. And then, so now we're gonna... So we have everything that Argus asked for, and then we just gotta go back
Have
to
a
where we
good
came,
one.
basically. But, like I said, there's some quests in the city itself. I think we'll touch on those real quick while we're here, just to say that we did them. Normally I like to focus on quests that are only important, but since I have some rested EXP right now, and I have all my heirloom gear on, which is further increasing the EXP that I get, probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to actually get some of those quests. So we'll just head through here and we'll find the two quests. So one's over here.
Hey there.
And so he wants us to get to the Canal Tailor shop and bring Rema Schneider the cloth request from Harlan Bailey, which is this guy. So,
See you later.
like I said, simple fetch quests. In fact, it's not even that far away. It's like, I want to say it's just right around the corner here. Yeah. So there's the Canal Tailor and Fit Shop. And we're going to go in here and
Good day to you.
so she'll give us the money and some EXP for that.
Safe travels.
And then she actually has a
Hello.
quest for us too.
See you later.
Okay. I have to wait till they do this. And there you go. Alright.
Hey
so,
there.
So we have to take some supplies to her son, who's an apprentice at another cloth
See you
shop
around.
by the Mage Quarter. So basically what this actually gives us is it gives us an idea of some of the quests that you will actually have to undertake. There's several kinds of quests. We've already actually touched on a couple of them in episode 1. Because we had fetch quests, we had kill this number of enemy quest. So what we have next is we actually have a bring this item from point A to point B quest. It might not be the most glamorous quest, but the EXP is worth it in the long run. Okay, I know he's somewhere. Where is he? Is he up here? I don't know where he is. He might be in another spot. That is the license code here? No, that's Dungeon 6 though, that's why I'm lost. Here we go. Larson Clothiers. And there's Thurman Schneider. So it actually turns out that he actually forgot his stuff on purpose, which is kind of funny, but now we've solved that problem. So now that we've done the quests, most of the quests, we'll head back towards the entrance. I believe there's one more, which is actually fairly simple. It's also not a terrible quest to do. The purpose of the next one, if I'm not mistaken, we'll find out for sure. I believe it's just talk to the guy outside and then go inside the building next to him and complete the quest. And you get a few things for doing that. So we're actually going to head off and do that first, before we head out. Actually, there is one detour I'm going to make. I'm actually kind of getting sick of looking at this helmet. So I'll, we're going to go find, basically it's transmogrification. And we're gonna go to the transmogrification shop, which I believe is around here somewhere. I forget where it is. If I don't find it in a second, I'll use a Stormwind guard and find it. I think I'm lost. I think it's somewhere else. Okay.
Well met.
Let's see. Here we go. Okay, south of the cathedral square.
Go with honor, friend.
Just head this way and go take care of that real quick. So, what you can do, it does cost money to do it. And right now on this particular character, I'm a little short. But what you can do later on is you can actually change the look of your weapons and armor to, shall we say, more fitting outfits. I guess that's the best way to put it. Because sometimes you just don't want to run around in a mismatched set of armor, which is kind of how I'm feeling right now. But more on that later. We'll fix that in a minute. We're going to fix part of it anyway. Let's see. So here we go. This is the 3 winds. And these are these strange ethereal beings.
How may I be of service?
So, if I want, I could change my hat into any number of things to make it look better, or leave it alone. But for free, what you can do is you can actually hide your helmet slot. And that's what I'm going to do. So that way we can actually see my character instead. Now, if I wanted to, I could... I'm just going to show it off real quick, because I have all the pieces. Sort of. But if I wanted to, I could... this is what I could look like right now, if I wanted to. I could also do other combinations. Or I could even hide the shoulders too. But like everything else, that costs. That part actually costs money though.
I am looking forward to our negotiation.
I guess it doesn't. I'll hide the shoulder then for now. Later on, maybe I'll put something on. But so for right now, that way she just has that. So now she doesn't have this silly shoulder pad, and she doesn't have the helmet. Oops. But now with that, we're gonna get moving here because I'm sure more people want to see the combat and the actual questing than the running around. So we're gonna do that next. So one of the things that actually drew me to World of Warcraft in the first place was the lore-rich background of the game. I'm showing my age here a little bit, but when I started playing computer games, one of the very first ones that I really came to enjoy was the original Warcraft. And I never really played the others until I got to Warcraft 3, and that one I played an awful lot. And
Hello.
when I got into this one, I enjoyed all the lore. I enjoyed visiting the places that you had only either briefly seen or barely heard of. But, alright, so for this one, we take the pamphlet and we go and we get a bottle of Dalawan Noir.
See you around.
So, this is very simple, because literally the wine, where's the wine shop? Is it on the back here? I forget. Okay, I'm zoom in that so I can see a little better. Oh, here we go. I don't think it's in the inn. I think it's next door to the inn. I think we gotta go back out of the canals. So, I promise, there's more to do than this. There we go. And we're gonna go to the Galliano Winery.
Need help?
And then we get the wine ticket.
Safe travels.
There we go.
Well met.
We can also purchase more if we want. So let's jump here. There's really no true purpose, I guess,
For the Alliance.
to there's no real purpose to buying the alcoholic beverages. You know, unless you enjoy oh, but here, I'll just show you. I ain't gonna do much, but now I'm a little tipsy, so when I walk around, the screen gets a little fuzzy, and sometimes when you're walking in a straight line, you'll actually veer off a little bit. You'll randomly switch your direction. The more you drink, the worse you get. Eventually it gets so bad that you can't even see the screen, and trying to walk around basically almost turns you around.
I supply only the finest goods.
Oh yeah,
Safe travels.
little quartermaster there. Alright, so now we're back here, and here we have Dungar Long
Need
Drink,
help?
and we have the crate. So then we buy a griffin. And
Go
take
with
the crate
honor,
to
friend.
Goldshire.
Well met.
Now you'll notice, like if I go other places like Iron Forge or Karnos, or even out to the Eastvale Logging Camp, it costs money. But to fly between Stormwind City and Goldshire
Light bless you.
is actually a free ride. Now granted, I could just walk down across the bridge and out there, but believe it or not, it would actually take, I want to say it takes 3 times longer than it does to just fly. Now, one thing I'm not going to touch on in this episode, I might in the next, is crafting and gathering professions. Like I said, I might in a... Okay, there's a glitch from the Halloween event. The inn is actually on fire.
Can I help you?
But then we're going to return to Argus. We're going to give him the armor that he requested. And we're going to earn a ton of experience. We're actually probably going to almost level up again from the XP
For
this
the
quest.
Alliance.
No, we're close. We're 82%. So, alright, next step. We're going to head, because because all three are in the same spot. We have to go, and we have to head to the Fargo Deep Mine, which is slightly south west of our current location. There's a fellow hunter. You can tell because they've got a animal with them. I can actually, later on, I can actually tame other animals that are classified as beasts. That doesn't come till a later level though. There's a couple other things I'll gain level, but for now we're just gonna focus on the quests that we're doing. So we're gonna hope that the tunnel that we find what we need relatively quickly. There we go. We already got one gold dust and one large candle. Okay, there we go. Level 7 now. So, as you can tell from the last episode and this episode, I'll do this. There's actually some quests over here, but we're going to do those later because we're going to focus just on these quests for now. We'll do those later on, depending on what level I'm at by the time we get done with all this. I may skip a bunch of those since basically after a certain level you actually gain so little EXP, even with the boosted EXP, that it almost makes the quests themselves fairly useless. So already we're doing fantastic on our questing to get gold dust and large candles. We actually have almost all the large candles already. We'll need to get the gold dust though. Oh. Alright, so I don't know if anybody remembers, hopefully you do. In my last episode I talked about monsters with a silver dragon around their portrait. Well, here's one of those, Narg the Taskmaster. So he is a rare spawn, and we're going to defeat him, and he will should anyway, drop a unique drop when we pick him up. So he didn't really drop anything overly unique. He dropped a small red pouch, which if I didn't have my 30 slot bags would actually be a decent bag to have. So not all the rare spawns drop something unique. Sometimes they don't drop anything unique. They just drop, but usually they do. Alright. There's step 1 complete. We actually have all our candles now. So now we just need to collect the gold dust and explore the Fargo Deep Mine. With any luck, we should actually have all the stuff that we need by the time we get out of here. Alright, so we've explored the Fargo Deep Mine. That appeared on the top of the screen while I was walking around in here. So all we gotta do is collect the last of our gold dust, and then we're gonna actually just head back to Goldshire. We're not going to walk all the way back. I want to get there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our Hearthstone here. And we're just going to teleport right back to the Lion's Pride Inn. If we go there, we'll be able to just turn in our quests, and at that point I'm going to see where we stand, and we're going to go from there. So, since we're right here, because here's the first person we have to talk to.
How are you?
He's got the candles. So now we've got those. He gives us a reward. He gives us 1 silver, 75 copper, and about 1,200 experience points. So, and then our next thing is to go to Maybell McClure at the McClure Vineyards.
Safe travels.
Now, a little hint. This right here is actually the Fargo Deep Mine. There's the McClure Vineyards. If you remember right around here there were some quests to do. So we can actually take care of all those quests at once. But like I said, we're going to see where we stand. So we may end up getting too high of a level to continue questing in Elm
Light be
Forest.
with you.
So he says that's bad news. So now he has another task for us, and now we are at another level. And what we've actually gained is we gained the ability Disengage. I'm actually going to, since it has such a short cooldown, I'm actually going to demonstrate that in a second. So we know the Fargo Deep Mine is infested with Kobalds. Now he wants us to explore the Jasper Lode to see if there's Kobalds there too.
Go with honor, friend.
So now, what Disengage does, Disengage is a cool ability. Like it says in the description, you leap backwards. Okay, well, that's Disengage. What that's useful for is if you, once you have a pet that's considered a tanking pet, this is a DPS pet, once you get a tanking pet, that will hold the aggro on the enemies, and you can actually use Disengage to get out of melee range, so that way, or get away from
What can I do
the
for
enemy.
you?
So, now, we're also going to turn on our gold dust to revenue 2 times. He gives us some money and some more experience. Standing in that. Now he has a quest for us called the Fishy Peril. And so what he wants us to do is he wants us to talk to Marshal Duggan about something scaring away fish and attacking people. Murlocs, most specific.
See you later.
So we're going to go over here. This is a really simple quest because it's so close.
King's honor, friend.
And but it does give us a little bit. So he says how he spoke to Remy. He respects him and his reports, but they haven't really heard about that much about the Murlocs. So, but then he says if you're concerned, travel to the Eastern Elwyn Bridge, and you can speak to Guard Thomas and let him know and see. He actually has a Stormwind Charger that will take you straight there, but we're not going
For
to
the
take
Alliance.
it. Now we can talk to
Well met.
him to ride the Stormwind Charger,
Be
but we
careful.
don't have to. Now, before we continue any further, yeah. So that's most of the questing around here. I think because I want to don't want these videos to get too awfully long. So, since we have a lot of questing to do down here, and then we have some questing to do out on this side, we're actually going to call the video here for today, if for no other reason than, like I said, I don't want it to be too long. So we've seen some of the questing. On the next episode, we're going to go down to the McClure Vineyards and the Stonefield Farm. So, and we'll figure out what's going on down here with quests, and then we'll move on out here towards the bridge and the Jasper Lode Mine. We should be able to get all of that done on the next episode. So, until next time, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, because if you do, I'll know you're interested in the channel, and that will motivate me to make more content. You can also support me on Patreon. There's a link to that in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next episode.